Or as I live and breathe.
Oh, that's
yeah,
good
we'll just
too.
jump into the video game. You should be hearing audio. I guess I gotta go back inside. Oh, cool. Alright, alright. Alright.
You want to start from here?
Yeah, we'll just go here and then we'll climb inside.
Oh, it's already going.
Oh, cool. Oh, so it is. Okay.
Cool.
You want to point?
Yeah, sure. I'll walk you in.
Yeah, yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Let's Play for The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 1, All That Remains. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside my Canadian Maple Leaf, Mitch Dyer.
Hi, Greg.
Hey, Mitch, how are you?
I'm doing great.
You are playing The Walking Dead.
Yes.
This is not your first time. You're reviewing the game.
Yes.
Bring us up to speed what's happening right now.
So, Clem's in a bad way. You can
Yep.
tell she's kind of limping around, holding her arm. She's hurting. We won't spoil why or what happened.
Oh, no spoilers except
No.
for spoiling this one section of the game.
Yeah, so we're just
Gotcha.
we're gonna play through this. We're gonna speak loosely around stuff,
Cool.
just to kind of whet your appetite for the game. We're sneaking into a home. Clem's in a bad way. She needs to repair herself. So we're gonna go into the house and see if we can find some supplies to help do that.
So what do you think of All That Remains? Our first taste here of Season 2.
I'm a fan. It took me a couple playthroughs to kind of really feel like I was in love with it. But my first time through, I talked about this. I thought it was good, not quite
Yeah.
great, missing some stuff. But I feel like the stuff it accomplishes with Clementine, like it does such a good job of focusing on her and evolving her character and making her change in such major ways that it kind of makes up for the fact that I don't really know where this is going this season.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
No, I'm in the same boat. Like, that was the big thing. We talk about it in Talking Walking Dead.
Walking
I never
Dead.
get that title right.
Someday.
Anyways, you'd think it'd be easy because it's Walking Dead with talking in front of it, but I screwed up every time. We did another one of those spoiler-casty shows. And yeah, talking about it, like, I love the fact that for the first time, Clementine's a fleshed-out character. And I didn't realize in Season 1 that she wasn't. I never found anything lacking for what
Yeah.
her involvement was in the story.
You didn't know what it was missing until it was there.
And
for
it
you,
was one of
Greg.
those things you talked about it, the fact that she's on this pedestal. We were Lee. Lee is what it was all about, and
Yeah.
his relationship here was important, not so much she being important.
Yeah, and what we're seeing now, I mean, she's taking care of herself. She's hurt. She has come up with a solution on her own. She didn't have anyone there to tell her, hey, to survive, you need to, get peroxide and
You will
find
bleed to death
bandages.
or get infected if
Yeah,
you don't
she's
do
just-
something about it. Now she
She's
just
figuring
knows.
it out, and she's being resourceful about it. With crime, breaking and entering.
Hey, this is if later on there'll be choices here to tell people what you think, and what I went with was I had to do this.
Yeah.
What I mean?
Yeah.
This is totally that that old.
You did not help me. Like right now, we're breaking into
Exactly.
the home of people who locked us in a shed because they feel like
might be
Clementine's a
bitten.
threat. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's totally one of the ancient parable there. Would you steal bread to save your starving family? Right.
Yep.
You're in the Walker apocalypse. Everything's gone to hell. You need to get your arm treated. They won't help you. What do you do?
Right.
Well,
You
clearly-
break into their
yeah,
home
you
and
break
steal
in.
their items.
I'd probably start murdering people.
Okay,
Those
too
options
far.
don't. You know what? If I, you gotta do. You gotta do. These people are gonna be jerks.
Uh-huh.
Not on my watch.
Yeah.
Greg Miller's gonna get you. Gonna get you good.
Jeez. So this character we're bumping into here is Sarah. She's one of my favorites, and I'm actually really excited for her arc more than anything else.
Yeah, it's the interesting dichotomy here between Clem and Sarah, right? The fact that Sarah is this untouched, barely has any idea what's
Yeah.
going on outside because her dad's keeping
She's
her
totally
in the dark.
oblivious.
So she's totally, still hanging on to these childish things of let's pinky swear, let's do this.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're best friends. And Clem's like, my arm is about to fall off.
Yeah.
I've killed people and I'll kill you too. Give
And
me
I
what
like that
want."
you can be hard, right? Like I'm telling her, or don't tell anybody, or else. And Clem's like, that's mean. That's
Yeah.
a mean thing, and that's not like Clementine. That's not like the Clementine you and I know.
Yeah, but that's
She's-
why we're building our Clementine.
She's changed, and we're building her into
We
a
no longer know
hardcore
Clementine.
person.
We are Clementine.
Yeah, in this whole episode, you can make her very threatening, and
Yeah.
I kind of wonder how far Telltale will take that in the next few episodes
Sure.
as things get worse and these relationships start to develop and some of them start to fall apart, and we see how far Clem is willing to go to do what she needs to do, which
Yeah.
is so far just stay alive.
Yeah, I mean, the way you're talking about it, right, is a different way than I played about it, right? I went the friend role. And
You were being
She's like, you
caring
want to
and
be BFFs,
compassionate.
and I'm like, sure, I will be BFFs.
Yeah.
Where's the peroxide? You know what I mean? Like,
but that
I'm
might
just-
come to bite you later,
Sure.
right? 'Cause
Oh,
you-
I'm gonna break her heart later on.
because you promised this girl you were friends.
But
and you
again,
pinky swore
I
on it.
know this girl's going to die. She's destined for death.
Because she's so
If you're in
oblivious
the
to everything
Walker
else.
apocalypse and you haven't been told about walkers, you are done for. This lady is done for. Sorry, ugly Betty, it's over.
Oh my God!
Right?
She is ugly.
On the
Betty.
nose.
Wow.
Totally a young ugly Betty.
On that nose.
Oh,
Jeez.
let's be
I
best
can't unsee it now. It's there forever.
Sorry, didn't mean to do that. To
I'm
you.
gonna. It's cold silence. I'm not
Oh
talking
yeah,
to you.
silence is a valid option. Never forget.
Not as valid as Bigby in Wolf Among Us.
Yeah.
They say that it's a valid option. Here, like Lee, you're selling, and it never really goes anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of, what do you think of some of the new design choices as far as interface? Right here, very traditional. But
Yeah.
we saw it a second ago when you were trying to break in. You had the different hammer, the different ring.
Yeah, I kind of like the Wolf Among Us style, subtler interface, like softer looking icons,
Sure.
bigger but not quite in the way. And the only thing I'm not really super into in the interface, especially on PC, is the dialogue choices. On PC and iOS, they're just giant blocks in
Gotcha.
the bottom of the screen, like big rectangles. Here, it's a little more subtle, like the bright
Yeah,
colors.
with the buttons when you have the game
Yeah.
hooked up.
They're at least they're deteriorated, so it's like like the dead world around us, man.
This post-apocalyptic world. Here we go.
It's
Swear.
happening.
What are you
Can
gonna do? You gonna do it?
No.
Just gonna look around. Get out of
Ooh.
here. Give me the peroxide, or you and your dad die.
Those are the rules. I wonder if she'll give it to me if I tell her no.
We can't really hear.
No.
I'll tell
No, you and I are sitting here in silence.
Well, we're
just
doing this for
all
the
we have is
people.
each other.
If people want to see the game, they want to hear the game.
Yeah. She's still gonna totally help
She's
me.
getting it. This is what. See, this is back to the people's argument with the first Walking Dead, right? That your choices didn't matter.
Yeah.
In the end, you still got the peroxide.
It's true.
I stick with the analogy I made up, that this is like a coloring book.
Uh-huh.
We each have the same picture,
Yeah.
but the shades of it will be different, and that's
Yes.
where it all comes down.
Yeah, and that's actually something that a lot of people around the office are asking me. Is like, how much do my choices matter from season 1? None. Like, basically not at all.
In the argument is, will they later? You know
Sure,
what I mean?
we
Like,
might see that long term.
We've talked to people about the game, and they make it sound like this is very much like we're setting the stage for what we're doing here.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
next, as we get deeper into it, that's when things will really start playing out. And again, like I've said, you talk about it being like this. It bows out in the middle and comes
Yeah.
back to the same
Yeah, yeah.
ending. Like it's not like all of a sudden Duck's gonna be back and he's gonna be a cyborg. It's like, thanks God
That'd
you
be
didn't
awesome.
kill me. If
Yeah.
my dad would have killed me, I wouldn't have come back. But now that Lee Everett killed me.
Yeah, I mean, it's less
Spoilers
about
for
the
seasonal.
specifics of it, right? It's less about the moment-to-moment decisions and more about the long-term lasting effects.
Right,
Because
and how
every
you
choice
feel.
you made led to the same conclusion, essentially.
Yeah.
And that is ultimately what's affecting Clementine. Also, is this painting different than it was when you and I played it? I feel like that was different.
I think so too. We can talk about it. What is it?
It was a
in
duck,
one of these
right?
in one of these rooms. There is a duck painting, and you walk at it, you tap on it, she goes duck.
And it's really sad.
And
And I swear to God, it was this room. Also, I stole this watch last time.
Yeah.
No lasting effects yet, so we'll see where that goes in
Yeah,
the future.
good point. I took it too, and I didn't know what I was. There it is. There's
Yeah,
the bandage.
we got it.
So no, well, maybe it is for you. Go in the other room, see if you
Yeah,
can get in there.
let's
and
go
see if
poke
there's
around,
a
see
bit-
what else
What
we
about
can
that?
see.
Is that a duck up there? You
Where?
can't touching that guy. Over on the right
Whoa,
here.
whoa.
That's a.
I'm
Look at
just-
every painting.
I'm
now.
looking in here. Is there a duck in here? Ducks? Hello?
This is the duck thing
No
is one of my
ducks.
favorite Mitch Gregg stories.
Which
And
one?
the fact that when
That you
you're
did
like,
not
oh
notice
yeah,
it?
yeah, no, that when I saw it or when Mitch saw it and
Oh,
we were talking
God,
about it
right.
afterwards, he's like, oh yeah, that she sees it and she thinks a duck and she goes duck, and I go, oh, when I saw it, I thought it was gonna be a duck goose trophy somewhere in the game,
Which is probably the worst thing I've ever heard come out of your
I
mouth.
really thought I was gonna go in the next room, see another duck, and I would be duck, and then I'd see a
You'd
goose,
find a
and if I
goose
click on it,
painting.
it would go goose, and it would go bling.
You're the worst.
I am the worst. You're right though. Where was the duck painting? Is
yeah,
it,
it's
is it
definitely there.
downstairs? There's rooms downstairs too.
Is there? I really feel like it was that room.
Well,
We must investigate with Telltale.
Was like
Why'd you take out that duck?
Well, I think you're getting ahead of yourself. Her hand looks huge there.
It does. Same with her head. Boom! Look at that. That's a
It's
mirror.
got a mirror effect, all right?
Yeah,
Game
yeah.
could have cheated out and not given you the mirror
I
effect
appreciate any game that has a mirror in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
man.
something else they have to animate.
Yeah. Got to render that whole world twice.
I tell you, it's so tough. You gotta,
We know all about that.
You got the vectors you got to flip. Then you got the shaders.
Yeah. I got so many
I
shaders.
forget who. Some game. I think it might have been Gary Whitta.
Where'd
Somebody.
we go? Where do we go? Where do we go?
I went. Go in there. Go in the
Okay.
cupboard. I went into the what do you call that? I don't use it, so I
I've
don't. The shower. I went into the shower last time. I was role playing as Clem.
Yeah.
Greg Miller
Yeah,
never gets in the
no.
shower. Greg Miller gets Lysol powder tossed right on him.
God. Were you going somewhere with the story before we jumped in there?
Oh yeah, Gary Whitta.
Yeah.
I think it was Gary Whitta. If it wasn't, I apologize. He called out the shredded mini wheat on Twitter the other day.
I don't know.
Because it was looking at the shredded mini wheat in an ad was looking at itself in a spoon and the reflection wasn't flipped the right way. It sounds like something Gary Whitta would do, and if
Yeah.
not, just props to Gary Whitta at Whitta on Twitter. Love that guy.
Very good.
you
You think
go.
he's coming back for this season? He's consulting, right?
I know there's been no mention of Gary Whitta
no way to
being
confirm.
involved with season 2.
Everyone harass at Witta on Twitter. Find out if he's coming back.
Hey, you not have a job no more?
Yeah.
Don't do that. No one harass him about that.
The kid's got to get the scoops for us.
But
All we do
this
is
is
play games all day.
yeah, that's true. That's another good example there with the candles. A bit of a perspective they play with. We
Yeah.
didn't see much of them doing stuff with the background and foreground in season 1. They were kind of getting their legs for I think telling a cinematic adventure.
Yeah.
And here you see a lot of it.
Yeah, it's still very much focused on characters, but you do get those more generalized shots, and it's like camera panning over a forest to show you like how alone you are, and stuff like that.
Right.
And you didn't really get that perspective in season 1. Let's see what else we can find in here.
They
There's
couldn't have moved the duck painting. That doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make any sense because it was so good. Anything over here? No. Listen in here. Maybe it's in here.
Is it possible that it's a choice that it automatically got generated?
Oh wow.
That you affected some
Yeah,
painting or
you're probably
something?
totally right. Yeah.
like 400 days? Was there anything with paintings in 400 days?
Maybe how things turned out with Duck.
No, because he dies no matter what.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, it'd be like, what, she hated Duck? And that decision led to these people not hanging a portrait of a duck?
what decision led to them buying that particular painting pre-apocalypse? I like the idea that like Duck dies like 2 weeks into the apocalypse, and they're still out like at art galleries, like, oh, that one looks really nice.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay,
buy. I
that's
really
good.
like ducks.
I don't know why I like that.
And we're
I'm
back.
trying to think. There's no duck ever. Yeah, no duck painting. No painting in general ever involved with The Walking Dead.
It's
was there?
true. So this time around, we did not get the juice box.
No, I still got to see that. In my playthrough, when I get it tomorrow, I'm going to have to go through it.
I had totally forgotten to talk to Alvin this time, which is an option you can make, and it gets you bandages that are not made of trash.
Yeah, the trash man is. I didn't even realize that they weren't clean. Like she just picks them up, like this will do. I'm like, good enough.
Yeah.
Let's take care of you, little lady.
Ugh, such a gnarly wound.
Are you gonna do this?
No, you want to close it off?
Oh, fine, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't want to watch this again. This
Of
is
course,
gross.
is The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 1. All that remains. We are IGN. Greg and Mitch. Mitch, thank you so much for playing this game.
You betcha, buddy.
You can read Mitch's full review on IGN. You can catch Talking Walking Dead on IGN.
Please
to see
do.
what we think of the whole thing, and then you can bet your bottom dollar in Clementine hat that you can keep coming back to IGN for everything Walking Dead. Ow, my arm!